So I can make sure my camera is correct. Holy cow. Oh, we need to turn the light on. Wow, we are so behind.
Oops.
Oh, my hair's sticking up.
Is that good?
We're not going to have a ghost today in the shop,
Nope.
are we? Is he busy? Yay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for him. All prayers of luck.
God, for real.
Hope he
I need
finds
him
what
to
he
get a
wants.
job. He's been so short lately. Like snippy. Like a girl.
Uh-oh.
Do we fit?
I don't know. Oh, I was...
Do we want to see what we look like? Okay.
I think... Oh yeah, we can't even tell if we're on the camera together, can we?
I think this
thing
thing
has
is
to give you
ginormous.
a shawl lesson.
I wish.
It's actually kind of a good day for it too, isn't it? Because it's hot and it's cold.
Yeah.
Yours is so pretty. I love your
So
springy
is yours.
colors.
And I love your like hippie colors that make my heart happy.
Hippie, happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy.
Happy, happy indeed. What's wrong?
I need my moisturizer. My hands
Let's get
are
lubed up.
dry today. Have yours been dry?
My hands are dry every day. Too much housework and dyeing yarn and knitting. Thank you, Connie. I love this stuff.
Let me see it on you. It matches your shawl too, because it's not too...
It's not like in your face.
Oh. Did you want to try this one?
Yeah. Oh.
Have you used this one?
Oh, this one's easier to get out.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. And it has more of a smell to it, an aroma that's not overpowering. So I like it kind of like perfume too.
There you go.
Am I wearing this right? Yours looks so much better than mine.
No, yours looks great.
Maybe it's sideways.
It's okay. It's too hot to have these on anyway. In my opinion.
Is it coming off? Later in the show, are you taking it off?
Probably. Probably.
Oh, we're getting text on our show.
Are we?
On my screen.
What did
I
it
just
say?
saw. It was from Nancy. She's gonna miss us today. We're gonna miss her too.
We will miss you, Nancy.
Okay, are we ready?
Oh yeah, we're ready.
Are we late?
Yep.
We are so late.
By uno momento.
Let's see here. Live. I wonder if this is going to be in the way.
We're gonna see, aren't we?
It is kind of. Could we adjust it like that?
There we go.
We're trying to put our cameras close
I wasn't
together
getting away from you. I'm trying to get you back in the frame.
so that we're looking.
Fall on you.
Okay. Ooh, I got to have this ready to go. Okay, I guess we're ready.
Okay.
You think we can do this?
It's
We
not
gotta
live.
But let's see if we can get it to start with hearts. We are now live
Town. It did it for you.
at the Yarn Winder here in Winder, Georgia. My name is Julia.
And I'm Sandra. Good morning.
Welcome, Camille. Thank
morning,
you for joining
Camille.
us, my sister.
Melissa, all the way from France.
Melissa,
All the way
what
from
time
France.
is it in France right now, Melissa?
They're 5 hours ahead.
Oh, 5 hours ahead.
So 6:30.
So she's
Dinner
in the
time.
She's in the future
morning, Casey.
right now.
Good
Hey,
morning,
Matt.
Matt.
Hey, Casey.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
From Paris.
Paris.
She's
Does
already
that
been.
sound Irish? Paris.
Oh, God.
Paris. She's already what?
She's already been to 4:30. Oh, okay. Oh,
That's
okay.
not late at all.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, I can't do math.
Thank you for joining us, though. But yeah, she's in the future. That's
Good
pretty
morning,
cool.
Luann.
Hi, Luann. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. It's Wednesday in Winder, episode number 16. My name is Julia.
And I'm Sandra. Again,
We are excited to be here. Did we already say it? We probably did.
it's okay.
I am excited to be on on today.
Me too. It's Wednesday. It's our favorite day.
It is. It's going to be a really fun day because we have groups coming in today. But we can be found on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we have .com.
Hello from Cartersville. Good morning, Bethany.
Hi, Bethany. Good morning.
Speaking of our .com,
yes, we have some news about
I'm
that.
so excited. I finally was able to get a section added to the website for like a blog. So I can go in there and edit upcoming events and things that are happening in the shop in real time. And I'm so excited. So if you haven't gone to the website to check that out, go ahead and do that.
I did. I went on this morning.
Yeah, there's already 3 blog posts. I got so excited.
I didn't realize that you had already put 3 up there.
Yeah.
So I was behind on my information, but it was a lot of fun to read through.
And it's so easy. Oh my goodness, it's so easy. Thank goodness.
Glad that is up and working. But
so the next stop will be adding an online shopping capability.
online shopping. I love that.
Well,
Hearts for online shopping.
it's gonna be a lot of work.
But you can do it.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
I don't know what else this will do. Look at my thumbs, they're bent backward. Okay, so I have knitter's thumb. Okay, so you guys, I knit with this thumb and y'all see that it is not bending.
Uh-oh.
It did. Used to bend like this one.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
I have knitter's elbow, so I feel that.
It doesn't hurt right now.
That's good.
But that's the first time I've ever noticed it. Thank you.
OMG.
That's something Mom and Dad got me.
I love that.
My sister has something similar.
It looks so good with your outfit today.
Thank you. Yes, I was thinking it was New Mexico kind of look, right? Is that what it's called?
Love. Like a southwestern vibe. Yeah. So cute.
Yep, it is.
Okay, back to our
Okay, so back to our show. So please sign up for our newsletter if you haven't, and also check out our blog. Hi, Ross.
Brian.
I'm glad to hear that we will not have the ghost of the yarn shop showing up at our door or window today because he is busy. At least that's what I've been told.
Well, now he's on the phone, so it makes me wonder how busy he really is.
Okay, but we are live on Instagram, and then we will be posting the replay up on YouTube, which is also where we will put any of the patterns that we're going to be talking about today.
I was a little late to the party this time around. Sorry about that. It took a few days for me to remember to do that.
You're busy. We have a ton of patterns today that we're going to be talking about, so that's exciting. But check out the newsletter because we have some events that are coming up, and also we have LYS at the end of April that we're going to be preparing
1 month from today.
That's
1 month
crazy.
from today.
Wow.
Just finished my physical. I'm getting old.
Oh,
Well, my
Ross,
dear,
so
I'm
sorry.
4 years over you, so think how I feel. Every time I get off the couch, something creaks. I feel that.
And it's the worst when you sneeze and you pull your back. Your back goes
Or you
out because you
pee.
sneezed. Or you pee. Yeah, there's a little bit of that happens every once in a while, doesn't it? But so, we have some store news to talk about. Oh, wait a minute.
What are you wearing?
What am I
What
wearing?
are you wearing?
This is my Find Your
It
Fave.
is so... Can we just... Yeah, we need the ends because the ends are the pops.
Just trying to figure out exactly how to wear it. There's so many different ways. But yeah, the ends have the accent color.
Oh my gosh,
So
yes.
Sandra, what are you wearing?
I'm also wearing a Find Your Fave. It's finally off the needle since we showed yours last week. No, I won't ever put this back on because it's a little warm under the light. No, I will. All right, it started down here.
This is the beginning.
Yep.
This is where it all started. How
Coats
many
and
months
Co.
ago?
I don't know. February? January? Good morning, Linda.
That's my mom. Hey, Mama. Look what I'm wearing, Mama.
I just complimented her on that. It's gorgeous.
She's on a car ride.
Where's she going?
She's going up to Charleston.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so this, oh, hang on. Whoop. Coats and Co.
Yes.
Chicken coop dye. Chicken coop yarns. Something chicken coop. More Coats and Co. Sweet Tea Yarns. Had to think for a second. TLC.
This one is TLC?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ramirez RMR from Chicago. And last but not least, my favorite color from Fiberland.
That is beautiful.
And that is the color of everything in my world. I love it.
Yes.
So Casey had her little festival this past weekend, and we went to shop. Well, we just went to support her and see her, and I bought a little chick, and she didn't have a pink egg because she had sold out of pink. Of course, I wanted pink. So she crocheted me a hot pink egg. Do you see it sitting on the counter over there? And it's like this color. Go get it. So it's this color. I was very excited.
Yes, sweetheart.
It was.
Oh, how adorable.
It is so cute. It's so cute. We took my nephew and his son and Brian and Madison, and we all went, and it was windy, and how adorable is this? So she had a little thing where you could pick your chick and you could pick your egg, and it closes like one of those cute little Easter eggs, you know, that you go on the Easter egg hunt. How?
That is adorable.
Good night.
Oh, how sweet.
I mean, can you even?
I know.
He's so cute. So it's pink. Like
He matches you.
Yeah, he does.
He looks good with that yellow.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. So have you named him?
No. We'll do that today. We'll do that today. He'll be the shop chick. Isn't it cute, Bethany? I was so excited to get one.
So adorable.
I'm trying to talk her into doing peeps.
What are some of the other amigurumis that she makes?
Oh gosh, she had
Possums?
possums. That was a top seller. She sold a lamb. The lamb was so cute. I was so tempted to buy it for the shop. It was so cute. She has some anime characters. She had Frankenstein heads.
I bought a Shrek from her once.
Oh, the Shreks are so cute. And Mario's.
It's amazing what she can make.
You've done bunny peeps? That's
Ooh,
what I want
that's
her
adorable.
to do. Yes. I want bunny peeps. But anyway, so that's cute shop that matches my shawl. So anyway.
Did you go to her festival?
Yeah. On Sunday.
It was beautiful weather for it.
It was windy, and I felt like I swallowed 6,000 tons of pollen, but she was saying that people's tents were blowing over.
Oh,
that's
you're
how
kidding.
that's how windy it was. Good morning, Claudia.
Good morning.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was cute. They had like cornhole set up in the yard, the green. Cornhole and Jenga and Uno, like big Uno cards.
Was it crowded?
No. But she did, I mean, for what it was only 4 hours long. She said she did really well. So it was, I mean, we found parking easily. It's a new one. This was, I think, only their second year. So
we'll have to find out whatever other festival she's going to, and we'll have to go. That'll be fun to go as a field trip with it.
Yes, it would. Okay, so that's what we're wearing.
So next we have knit-alongs.
No knit-alongs this Saturday. None.
So no anthology, no crochet-alongs. We have a big event on Saturday that we'll be sharing more information about later. So because of that, we will not have any knit-alongs. But April is next week.
Yes. And so we have a new knit-along starting next Saturday.
Did you pull out the picture? We showed
Don't
it
you know that I
episode.
printed them last week, and I don't know what I did with them. I
don't
may have
know
thrown
where
them
they are
away. But the lemonade socks and or the lemonade sweater, and we pulled some possible color combos. Now, guys, you have to remember, this is just my heart. The options are limitless, right? So I don't know, like, how fun. Because remember, it's like a solid with a chevron stripe. And they
Like a ZickZack.
yeah, exactly. So I want hot. And I have plenty of this left over from my shawl that I could add this in, because this is the same color. So how cute would that be?
Oh, so pretty.
Anyway, there's plenty of options. I think I showed that one already.
But there's not just the socks. There's also a sweater. A lemonade sweater.
Yep. I don't know how many people would get that done in a month, but maybe.
I love that.
Me too.
This one is actually my favorite color of the Fiberlands.
Yes.
So much so that I bought two.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But
All the pinks.
since I'm holding this up, I guess we should talk. One of our things on our list here is things that we love this week. And the Fiberland yarn is one of the things that I love this week. I have almost every one of the colors, except for this one. And this one is going into my cart today.
Good morning,
my
Kyle.
Buggy. But hey, Kyle. I've been, I've knit with the Fiberland. I knit the Popple bandana with Bethany.
Yes.
But I made mine out of the Fiberland. And then I've been crocheting the La Triangle Glane. That we'll show later, and it has several of these colors, and I have loved crocheting with this. There's like a texture. What would you, I guess that's a twist?
High twist, yeah.
High
That's
twist.
what I use in my bases too, thanks to Melissa.
And there's
I
a
love
sheen.
it.
There's a sheen to this that is not glossy, but satiny look to it.
It's so beautiful.
I love it.
I'm telling you, her wall at Rhinebeck.
This is the color you bought at Rhinebeck.
Yes, this was the
I know
one.
you've told that story before.
Yes.
That she said that this was her
This is the top seller at
best-selling
Rhinebeck.
color.
Yep. And I had to have it because it's
here at the
popular.
shop.
Yes, it is here at the shop. But when you she added her I love to crochet with Fiberland on the agenda. I was like, ooh, I love to knit with Fiberland. Because I actually got to like open it up and do it this week. And it was so,
I mean, that
just
is
glorious.
stunning.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Stunning in your shawl.
So fun.
And it interests me how in the skein, it's slightly different than when it gets knitted up.
Oh, sure.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's because it's all concentrated right here, but then when you have it lined up in stitches.
And then again, it's indie dyed. So every, dye stock is slightly different.
I love it.
Me too. So fun. Okay, so that's what we love this
let's go to
week
my
was
Becky.
Fiberland. And sweet Amelie from Fiberland is, I think I said it last week, she's in Peru, like visiting the sheep that give her the yarn. And I'm
That is
like,
so cool.
that is a
Is she
fun
posting
trip.
things, you think, in her Instagram stories?
I think
about
she's
her
posted a
visit?
couple of little things, but I think she's probably right now in the moment. I'm sure she'll share when she gets back home, but I'm excited to hear her about her trip. And then we will be restocking her yarns when she gets back because they have sold well.
Yes, they have.
Yes, and they're glorious colors. Oh, so glorious. Oh my gosh, that's a good combo just in and of itself.
I know, right?
How
What
beachy
could
is
we make
that?
with that?
I don't know, but that is beachy and I'm here for
That would be
it.
pretty in a La Triangle Glane.
It gets better and better every time you say it.
Try my best. So, I guess we kind of have to back up. We have new arrivals
Just a
here
couple.
at the shop.
Yeah, just a couple. So we've gotten these in. These are just little cable locks for your needle tips or your cords when you want to save your project from falling off the. Sometimes you need your tips and you leave your project on your cords. This is a great way. They're just little cable locks.
This is what I use when I need to take off my needles for my interchangeable.
Yes.
Yep.
And so these are probably more for your larger size needles. And then we have the double size. She's messing with me. Double size. Like these have 2 holes, but they're probably for your tinier needles. Yeah. So those came in. And then this came in from TLC. It's just a really royal purple aubergine. And then this will be out today. It's brushed merino in a lavender color. So,
And I was telling you about a shirt. Oh, by Parker.
Casey, tell us, is it
Something ghost.
the sweater that you wanted to make out of this?
It's just made out of this, and it kind of has some puffy sleeves, and it's cropped. Parker Williams, I think, is the pattern designer. The dark purple is my color. Yes, it's glorious. And it kind of has
It has some pink tints to it.
stripe, not stripe.
Tonals.
Tonals in there.
Yep.
This is already in my buggy, or I'd be putting this one in there too. I love it. So pretty. I don't have this color at all. Love it.
I don't ever think about purple, but I'm trying to think about purple.
You think of pinks.
I do.
Pinks and mints.
Yes, pink and mint. Yep, all day long.
Yep.
Okay, what else we got going?
So we had
Yeah, go ahead.
We had a poll last episode. We were asking if anybody would be interested in going to movie night with us. We don't know the movie,
We don't know the day.
but we were just wondering because we can rent out a movie theater, kind of like they do for kids' birthday parties. And they can leave on some of the light on the theater, right? So that you can knit or crochet in the background. So we asked everybody last Wednesday if you'd be interested in going in the movie night. And we had
unanimous
100%. Everybody said yes, count me in. So next we just have to figure out a date so we can put it on the calendar, figure out a movie. Sandra and I both had requested that it is not a scary movie because we are not going to get much done. If it was
it's
a
not
horror
movie. It's not
movie.
scary movie time anyway.
No,
like,
it's not. We want rom-com
or funny.
comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, this prompted a whole long discussion last week about movies.
It sure did. So if you guys have any recommendations, definitely please send the Yarn Winder and Sandra
Well, I
a
also have to call the
message.
movie theater and see what they have available.
It'd be interesting if it can be, is it a recent movie or can it be any movie in history like, I don't know, Pretty in Pink? Do you remember that?
That's my favorite. John Hughes movies are my favorite. 80s girl all the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Ferris Bueller.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah. That's so fun.
I wonder if those young kids have seen those. That might be a classic,
They're classic.
nowadays.
They are classic. Yeah.
So we have a new segment this time, and it is called the Yarn Spotlight.
Yes. Good morning, Adia.
Hey, Adia.
The spotlight this week is Noro.
You want to talk about
Noro Sonata. Okay, so it is technically like a sporty DK, sporty sport. 393 yards, and it's 20% nylon, polyamide, nylon, we'll just call it nylon, and 80%, oh my gosh, I got cut off. Sorry. No, you're fine. Ooh, okay, hold on, it's a lot. 35% cotton, 25% viscose, 20% silk, and 20% nylon. So what a sturdy yarn that would be.
I actually have already purchased a sweater quantity.
What color did you pick?
This one.
Oh, yes.
And I have a shawl that I'm going to do that's not one of these colors, but it's most similar to this one right here. But this would make a great summer
I agree.
project.
A very good summer project.
And I have pulled up a couple of different patterns. For crocheters, there's one called the Reno top. So I'll try if I can get this on the screen without the glare, but that is for crochet.
Cute.
Isn't that so pretty?
Cute.
I'm hoping the texture shows up on that one. And then another one, this is one that Bethany had mentioned last time, and someone used the Sonata with the Shin Yu Infinity scarf, which is a free pattern.
Oh, good.
And this particular one, you could actually use any weight of yarn.
Oh, okay.
But the to make it summery,
Ah,
I think
that's perfect.
the Sonata
Is
would
that
be perfect.
crochet too?
This is crochet.
Okay.
And this is actually the pattern that Bethany had recommended for our next level, for our step up for
our next project.
for
Oh,
crochet.
good.
So that's definitely, I've already printed that pattern. Okay.
I already noticed it.
This one is,
Isabel
we're
Kramer.
going to knitting, and this is Yumi by Isabel Kramer. I actually have this pattern, but I have not picked my yarn for it. Now I know what yarn I need to get.
Oh my goodness.
But it has some lace detail up at the top.
Sweet.
And that's so
What a-
pretty. And
such
I
a simple
love
tee. I love
Isabel
that.
Kramer is one of my favorite designers.
Same.
This one is the Joni, and it has actually been very popular
I remember
in
looking
the
at that.
community. I'm hoping you guys can see it, but well, don't ever quote me because I don't really know. Like, fact check me for sure. But I believe this one is done in panels. You knit it flat, and then you have to seam it up the
It
side.
might tell you on the pattern page.
So this is
Construction.
Natasha.
Nope, it's worked seamlessly from the top down.
See, don't ever quote me. This is good. Thank you.
Yes.
So, okay, I see that. Okay.
That's cute.
Natasha Hornby is who that is.
That is adorable.
put it up
Oh my gosh,
closer
yes.
so you guys can see?
Can you see the little details?
Look at that, you guys.
That's so cute.
Love it.
so
You've not seen that one? Oh, it's so
I love her
cute.
hair,
Yes,
too.
and that's Natasha
OMG.
Hornby.
Hornby.
Now, the one that I have that I bought the yarn for
Oh, yes,
is
I remember.
Onward and Up by Tif Nieland. Isn't that so pretty, you
That
guys?
little band at the bottom
And
is adorable.
That's the one I'm going to knit with this color. Yes.
Yes, spot on.
So that's going to be one of my top. There's like a little lace detail up at the top. And
then like a little feather fan at the bottom. Oh, it's so cute.
Now this one is the Campanlua. I believe this is actually a top that Casey had said she wanted to knit. I don't know what the yarn was that she was talking about, but the Sonata Sport weight would work 100%. People have knit that tee with this.
It's got ruffled little sleeve. Okay, this one is like on my
We had put this one in our stories a couple of weeks ago.
Adorable.
This is definitely, I need to knit this one.
I do too.
100%. This
of course,
one
I
is
just
flat.
envision myself when I knit it that I'm going to look like the girl in the picture, and I'm not. I'm not, but it's so
Deschain
cute.
is the name of that one. And that one I do believe is the one that is you knit flat and then you seam it. Yeah, worked flat,
Okay, yeah.
seamed, top down.
And they suggest Kestrel, which we also have on our sale table right now.
That one has almost 3,000 projects. It's a popular pattern.
There you go.
Oh yes, the Kestrel is another. In fact, I believe that's one of the yarns that the designer recommends. This one I had already bought my yarn for. Wandering Waves Bandana. This one,
this is
I
me
almost
all the way.
cast this on this last week, but decided on the Variations Cowl. But this one, I think in the Sonata, would just be such a wonderful summer bandana.
You know what? I may just knit up. How many skeins would it take of that? Do you know?
I only bought one, so let's hope it's just one. I think it's a one skein. 390 yards is the longest. 350 yards. Oh, goodness.
What?
Did I not buy enough? Is it 200 and...
It's 360 meters.
393.
Oh, yeah, so you
393
only need
yards.
one.
You only need, so one
I'm going to
skein.
make it in mustard.
Wonder.
Done.
Ooh.
Done. Just put that in my buggy.
There you go. Yes.
That's so good.
And it's already so soft. And that's what people talk about this particular yarn is that you knit with it, you block it, and it just becomes like butter.
Yes.
Butter. Love, love, love.
Love it, love it, love it.
One more pattern to share. And believe it or not, it is the Shift from Andrea Mowry. This has been one of our shop's most popular patterns. But
this is the cowl version.
You can use these individually or use this with
like the Compito
or the Shopple.
Oh yeah.
So I've seen it both ways where you would just pick 3 different colors.
Awesome.
Or a base color with
a color changing.
Yarn.
Perfect.
So
you know, Peg that comes sometimes on Wednesday morning did a shop sample for Revival, and she used all solid colors. Now she did the night shift, the shawl version, but it was all solid colors, and it was stunning.
Oh, I bet it was.
Stunning. Like I literally took a picture of the tag because I wanted to, of course, make the one she made because it's beautiful.
That's how we are.
Yep.
So that was our
thank you
yarn
for sharing those.
spotlight and
Nora Sonata.
Where else are we going? We're going to Works in Progress is next, and Sandra is
You want to start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to start with my boo-boo because why not? I think it's important as crafters that we share when we mess up and that it's not the end of the world and most things can be fixed. So I was working on my ZickZack this morning and I was just cruising along, watching TV, snuggling with Seiji, and all of a sudden I was like, there's a really big hole right there. And I recognized that I had dropped a stitch. And when I went to pick up the stitch, a few other stitches decided to join. So I got this like big, huge mess right there. But I'll just sit down when it's quiet, not today. And
you got to be in the mood to fix something like that too, don't you?
Yeah.
At least I do. Sometimes it goes into timeout, gives me a couple days, and then when I'm ready, clear-headed, you can fix that.
I can, and there's, you know, some knit 2-togethers in there somewhere, I'm sure. So it'll take a little bit of surgery. But that, I didn't get very far on that because that's what happened. But that's one work in progress. Do you want to go next? I'll just piggyback.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to see what's my next. I'm test knitting. My very first test knit socks, and Sandra is doing this too.
Yes, I am.
Our
It's a fun
wonderful Queen Elizabeth here at the shop. She had her
Peach Blossom.
Peach Blossom socks that were color work socks, and this is actually a pattern sock. So the pattern is actually, and I did get permission to show this on the air and to take photos of it. So
good.
But this one is called Rory socks, and it's all about texture.
Yes, which you know I love. What a great photo that is.
I know, isn't it?
She did a good job.
And the writing that she has done is amazing. She's so far, she's very descriptive.
Yes, yes.
And then I'm doing the size medium. And I have to show, this is my little Melissa bag, that project bag that my socks fit perfect in. This one has a little tag right here. And it matches Casey's. Oh yeah, and you have the boba tee. And look at the inside of mine is red.
Oh, it's so summery. I love it.
So the yarn, this is the first time that I have ever knit with this yarn. This is the 4-ply
from
West Yorkshire 4-ply. And I actually had Elizabeth pick out my color. I was like, if she's the pattern writer, designer,
this is perfect.
I wanted
color for that
her,
pattern.
to me it was extra special. You know, I just love doing things like that. So she picked out this particular color, which is called Pacific.
Perfect.
So,
and it's a Chilton color, because, you know, Rory goes to Chilton.
It is. Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that's really even more perfect.
So I have my size 1 needles DPNs, because that's how I do my socks.
Yay.
In my little bag, because I'm afraid. I haven't gotten very far because I basically just casted it on. So all I can really show you guys right now is the cuff.
But the cuff is amazing.
But I am so pleased. Feel it. Feel it, how squishy that is. This is 1x1 ribbing, and it is, I think the pattern said, hey, we got a thumbs up. Wonder how did we get a thumbs up? We still don't know how any of this stuff works on Instagram.
There we go.
Okay, that did it. But I'm loving this. 1x1, I won't tell all the dimensions of it, but I think I have a little bit more to go on the cuff.
Yeah.
And then I get to start into the actual pattern.
And the pattern is like a faux cable, so it's really kind of fun. It's like, it looks more complicated than it is. She's a great pattern writer. I'm excited to do mine too. I'm at the heel on my first one, so we'll get there. Okay, yay. Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Maybe your sock mojo will increase my sock mojo.
Oh, I have to tell you, because we've done polls asking people if they prefer DPNs or magic loop or circulars. And the very first time I walked into a knitting store in the LYS, somebody was sitting in the corner with their DPNs, which looked like little weapons sticking out from the, it didn't make sense. If you're not a sock knitter, you don't really understand. And I remember in my mind thinking, I know I have made it as a knitter if I am knitting. I didn't even know what she was knitting, but I guess it was socks. I'm assuming it was a sock.
Or a sleeve.
But here I was. So I just felt, you know, quite
accomplished.
Yeah. Like, wow, I've come a long way.
Well, and that's what, you know, I taught myself to knit via YouTube back in the day before yarn stores were really a thing around here. But my whole goal was to knit socks. And so I taught myself to knit, and then I found a video on how to knit socks, and they whip out these DPNs, and they were using 4 plus the 5th one to knit with. Y'all, I was like, what are they doing? And so that, thank goodness, Lisa opened her shop not too long after that. And I was like, now we can talk, because I have to have somebody show me. But that's how she taught me all those years ago. And
you taught me.
Yeah.
I
haven't gone back.
Sock class from Sandra 2 years ago.
2 years.
And you taught me on DPNs. I've tried Magic Loop, and I haven't really figured it out. I get this really big jog on my corners.
Still? Okay, we'll talk about that. That's an easy fix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll fix that.
Somebody told me when you're doing Magic Loop to think of it as you're knitting in the round.
Yes.
You just have 2 needles.
Yes.
And I haven't tried knitting since they've said that to me, but I wonder if that would actually help me. Okay, so that was my first work in progress.
Okay.
What is your second one?
Oh, my Playdate. And I actually am going to show 2 versions, because Casey loaned me hers to show as well. So I split for sleeves, maybe on the weekend. And so there we are.
I love your colors.
Hers is way, way bigger than mine. This was the front. Okay, yeah. So I'm just knitting around and around and around and around right now. But it's easy. This is what I'll work on today when it's crazy town in here.
I love the colors that are showing up in your Noro. as you knit it, you're getting those really pretty stripes. Like a raspberry, a purple, a yellow, a green.
It is out of my comfort zone. The contrast colors are out of my comfort zone. Or in my comfort zone. The main color of this yellow is definitely not something I would ever pick. You go right ahead. Take your drink. And then Casey split for sleeves and then just went back and knit her sleeves. So her sleeves are done. And then she is, I think she might have maybe 4 or 5 more inches to go on her body. And she's already woven in her ends. Like when she's done, she's done. I'm so proud of her. So
she shouldn't have a tremendous amount of ends, right?
No, but she like wove in her tail.
Oh, that's a beautiful color.
I know.
This is the same yarn.
This is Kakagori.
Kakagori, okay.
Which is, I guess, like a more solid version of the Campito.
Y'all are almost done.
No, she's almost done.
Her cute
little stitch marker from a charmed loop.
Cute.
So cute.
And her colors, I'm seeing that there's blue, yellow, cream, brown,
orangey.
It's gorgeous.
Yes. So good.
And it's already so soft and y'all haven't even blocked it.
I know.
Oh, I can't wait to knit mine.
It's fun. It's an easy one. It's an easy one.
Gotta cast on.
And she has her little Harry Potter stitch stoppers. So cute.
Good job, Casey.
All right, your next one. Twerks in progress. And you're going to be a triplet as soon as you get going.
Next.
You'll be done in no time.
Oh, Variations Cowl. Okay, so
this is exciting.
This is a new release for a pattern by Tif Nieland, Variations Cowl. There's 2 versions. One is number 1, and then there's number 2 that's larger. So I chose the smaller one, but let me tell you, when I was able, because I finished something this week and was able to choose something to cast on, I have so many fun projects that I can't, it was hard for me to decide which one to do. But
what a great problem to have.
Alas, this is the one I chose.
And Sweet Julia posted in a fantastic reel on some color options for this. So if you're interested, go back and look at that because there's tons of choices.
This was just a few hours. And there's 3 different colors that I'm hoping it will show. There's like a pink here.
Yes, that pink is
beautiful. The second background color is a green, and then the third background color is a darker green. I actually have them all.
Oh yeah,
here.
let's do that.
This is what's on the needle right now. That is Acadia.
Showful edition 3, probably.
That's the
Lannis Light.
This is the color I get to go to next after the Acadia. And this is the middle.
Another Lannis Light.
And that, you know what, is the first time I have ever knit with Lannis Light as well.
And?
Soft.
Good.
Is that upside down? Nope. I love it. I absolutely adore it. And it's just 2 different, I chose the same shopple. So.
I love it. Oh.
And of course, this is here. This is from Charmed Loop as well, here at the Store Progress
so cute.
Marker. Isn't it? I just love it.
Cute.
I don't know that the camera is really showing how pretty it is in person, but
no, it's way more vibrant in person. That is going to be glorious.
Sorry, it's a lot. It's a lot of big yarns. I can't wait. Fingers crossed I can have it mostly done next week.
So is this it? This is the same, I mean, you're doing the same pattern over and over and over again and increasing.
Yeah, it's just increasing.
Simple, simple, simple.
There's 4 rows, and only 1 of the 4 is a purl row. Everything else is knit. So,
fantastic.
Yeah. I think that's partially why it's going so quickly.
I'm amazed at how far you got.
And Kyle came in and bought her colors.
She did.
But she changed her colors.
I
can't wait to see what she
did.
chose.
Yeah, she always does good combos though. So
yeah, she does.
Whatever she did is gonna be great. Okay, mine's next.
Yes.
Just because I'm so excited.
La Triangle Granny. La Bien-Aimée. Your colors are so pretty. How many rows do you have here?
I have 0 idea. I don't know. I want to say, I think I counted them last night. I think I told Casey I had 15 more to go. So 40 something, I guess. Yeah. It's been fun.
You think you can finish it? You know what? We have to.
They're getting longer. Longer.
We have a scallop edge to put on.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
We said we were going to do in April.
Did we?
You said we would get it to that
point.
Oh,
yeah. So I want it to be done by April. The rows. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is only a week. 5 days.
Since you showed yours, should I pull mine up?
Yes, please.
I'm at 48 rows here.
Okay, there you go.
So,
So beautiful.
it is
Oh
huge.
my goodness. I mean, it's a work of art.
It is, and I saw Julia from Lobby NMA, who films with Aimee on YouTube. And also, I think they do Instagram lives as well. Anyway, she had one of these on today, or on her last video. And she wears it, just so you know, she's wearing it, so this is in the back. So it's like coming over her shoulders like that.
That's great.
So I guess there's a lot of different ways.
Except, you don't want the party in the back.
Oh, you're not going to be able to see the pretty...
no, I want it all in the
The
front.
scallop
so you can
edge
see it.
is going to be so beautiful on
Oh my
this.
goodness, I cannot wait.
Anyways, I'm already thinking about other colors.
Okay, so when this came out, I instantly fell in love. Because I instantly fell in love with her colors. Period. And it's been sitting in my library because I purchased the pattern as soon as it came out. It's been sitting in my library for months.
That's not bad. I've had some that are sitting there for years.
No, but I'm
So-
just so excited that I actually
you're
am doing
doing
it. Because it is crochet and that's not my wheelhouse. So
not.
I'm very excited
But it's
that
been
it's
pretty
actually
easy and
Yeah.
meditative because it's
Yes.
the same stitch over and over again.
Yep.
But it is, for me, it's been easy to make a mistake.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
have to double check my work.
And I'm still struggling. I mean, this is why I struggle with crochet, is that I'm struggling with how to tension my yarn
Yes.
in my left hand. I'm struggling because as a knitter, I hold it in my right hand. I'm a thrower. So I'm constantly having to readjust and that slows me down. I feel like I could be quicker at it if I could just find what works and do it every single time. That's my
Are you going to do a second one when you get done with this? Or you just have so many things on your needles?
I am not going to say no to that because I love it.
I've been looking at color combinations.
Well, I kind of told myself that I would buy her kit.
Yeah.
If I finished this, my reward would be that I would buy her kit for her colors because I love her colors. But I think they're going to be so similar that that would be kind of dumb. So, yes, I will do another. Or I will do something else, granny something.
The Hexicardi.
The Hexicardi.
You said that that's the same
Yes.
stitch.
Yeah, it's just bigger, different.
Picking the right yarn. Because we were
Love
talking
you.
about that, what yarns to do. This is for Ross. Does that mean he's leaving?
I guess.
It never works for me. Do I just not know how? It's my knitter's thumb cannot bend correctly. That's the issue that I'm having. You're doing it again and you're not even trying to.
I really want to do like a stick out my tongue and have like a little face come up and stick in its tongue.
I want to see your next work in progress.
What is it?
You know.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We need to stop the presses on this one. Okay. We got this yarn a couple of months ago from Isadora Popper, right there. And it's called Really Rosy. And I knew it was special when it came into the shop. I knew it was special. And I knew I wanted to make a sample out of it so people would see the special, but nothing was good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like
The pattern.
The pattern wasn't good enough for this yarn because it really is special.
It is special.
It is 42% baby alpaca, 8% merino, and 50% Pima cotton. And you guys, I was telling Casey last night, I've knit with a lot of yarn in my life. And cashmere is kind of right up there. But this is one of the nicest yarns I've ever worked with. Hands down. And I'm not even making that up. I could knit pretty much everything in the world in this because it's so lovely. So Stephen West put out a pattern recently, maybe, called the Glowhair Frost. He's done a hat, he's done a shawl, he's done something else. He's done a scarflet. And I knew, okay, I'm doing that because, you know, he's king of color. He loves to add all the wild colors, but this one was very easily adapted to just one color, but it has so many textures in it that is where I live. I live in the texture world. So I cast on Monday. And then it goes from a little seed stitch to a little lacy bit to eyelets to now lace and cables. And I can't put it down.
Has any of this been difficult?
No.
Because it looks complicated.
No.
Okay.
No. And just when you get tired of it, you switch to something else, which is great. And this is how big as it's going to get. So we're not adding any more stitches. After we do this middle panel, we'll start decreasing. It's kind of like the Sophie scarf construction.
Okay.
So this is, I mean, this is it.
Well, technically, you could keep going in the middle, right? I've never understood how you do that. Is it always you would just repeat what's the widest part in the middle? Okay.
Yes. I mean, you could do a stockinette section if you wanted to, I guess, you know, just change it up. But I'm so
just don't
excited.
increase your stitches on something like this, right?
No.
Okay.
Because there is...
That is
But the
beautiful.
halo, you probably can't see it on the camera, but the halo is fantastic. It is
gorgeous.
So
I can't believe
soft.
how soft it is.
It is so soft.
And it's, what did you, alpaca,
Alpaca,
cotton,
merino,
and wool.
and Pima cotton.
Oh my goodness. And I was reading
Really rosy.
the press information on this, and it says that it resists pilling,
Fantastic.
which would mean that it would be great for cardigans and sweaters as well. I had this pattern, and I bought that hot pink yarn up there to make this. But did I tell you that this weekend I was watching all the YouTube videos, and there is a very popular mother-daughter team. I believe they're up in Kentucky. They're called the Fruitful Hands podcast.
Okay.
And the mother went to Nashfest, which is the festival up in Nashville that happened. Was that last weekend?
Yes.
And she bought a skein of the Really Rosy there at the festival. And she, if I'm not mistaken, of course, always fact check me, but she had stated that she was told she could get 2 Sophie scarves out of 1 skein. I haven't double checked that to know if that's exactly right.
So it has, it's a DK weight. It has 328 yards.
Yeah. So she's going to make the Sophie scarf out of the hot pink.
And this is nothing against the Sophie scarf. It's a fantastic pattern.
This looks more fun, doesn't it?
I kind of needed it to be special.
Yeah.
Nothing against the Sophie scarf. Nothing against it at all. But it's a fantastic yarn, and it needed a fantastic
I wish I could feel this. I was even thinking of making a love note in the fall out of this.
Okay.
In the fall, just because I have so many other sweaters that I'm trying to knit. That's why it's,
The love note was a fun one. Mine doesn't fit.
I've never knit it.
Just because I knit it 10 years ago.
People love it. It's one of those like the ranunculus that people just knit over and over and over again.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic yarn for that.
Yeah.
Because it does ask for mohair. So yeah, I got off on, okay, so this had a knot. There was a knot in the yarn. So I just cut it out and I'll just weave in those ends. But I can't put it down. I cannot.
And I love those size scarflets.
Yes.
Especially here in Georgia.
Well, just I wanted it for a shop sample where people could feel it and see it in its glory. It's going to be hard to let it hang out here and not take it home because it's so fun.
You should
it's
wear
so
it.
fun.
If you're knitting it, you should wear it for sure. So, moving on to, I have a finished project. Another gigantic scarf.
I haven't seen this in
The
person.
Merry Adventure wrap.
So
I've been
good.
working on this since January. And it is finished.
Oh
And this is my
goodness.
love letter to my younger self because I wanted it to be neons and neutrals. And want to wear it on our neon night that we're going to have sometime in the summer.
May. Yep.
It is so pretty. I love it. This was so much fun to knit because it's an Advent pattern.
Yes.
And so she writes it as day 1, do this, day 2, do this color. So it was really fun to follow, and it felt like I could, get it done in a reasonable time. But there were so many other things on my needles, that's why it took a little bit longer. But it's basically 2 triangles, and then you seam it. I crocheted it together.
Yay!
I totally did.
That's so
you just
good.
seam it here, and I'm like, I'm going to crochet. So that's where it's connected.
Matt, I believe that because this is so fun. And the texture, it is
This
so drapey.
This is all TLC yarn and Fiberland yarn. Yes, and it's supposed to glow in the dark. 100%. Right?
Not glow in the dark, but glow under black light.
Black
So
light?
you will
Okay.
be popping on neon night.
Because it has little speckles.
Oh yeah, those
in
speckles will
these
glow.
colors.
Yep.
So, well, part of the fun for this was, it was kind of out of my comfort zone because it is so bright.
We can both wrap up in
the 80s. But when I was knitting it, I came across, and I wrote this down, There's another YouTuber designer, I believe. Her name is Aimee and she is the Meaningful Stitch on YouTube. And she was doing a video before Vogue 2025, which is another one of those knitters festivals. And she had knit a Stephen West shawl that I wrote down is called Fantastitch. Are you familiar with that? Fantastitch shawl. And she did it in neon colors. And so I felt validated when I saw Aimee actually knitting something bright like this. Well, what she was doing was she was packing her outfits for Vogue. And she chose outfits based around her neon shawl Fantastitch by Stephen West.
I love
and I was
that.
like, oh my gosh, that just made me feel so, like I said, validated. Because look at this.
Instead of picking your shawls to match your outfits, picking your outfits to match your shawls or whatever your knits are. I love that.
Her shawl was more kind of like these shades were blacks and hot pinks and the whites. And,
oh my gosh.
Great.
Yes.
I mean, it was just stunning. So you guys go
Lisa.
check that out. But another thing, because I was concerned, one of my bingo card lists for this year was playing with color. So this was my very first project.
You nailed it
for this year. I wanted to play with color. But I was looking, and I talked to you a lot about neons and neutrals and colors and stuff. And you let me borrow this book, which is by La Bien-Aimée Aimee. Is that her name?
Gillet? I don't know.
And she wrote a
probably like
pattern book about neons and neutrals, which is a lot.
And my
of
Sweet
fun.
Wednesday ladies bought me this book for my birthday. They went on a yarn crawl and bought it for me because I was dying for this book. Because there is a sweater in here that is...
Light patterns are just adorable. Love it.
I just love that. And Betty Ann and Tanya love that too. We have talked about this sweater a lot. Yeah.
You know what? That kind of reminds me of the Summer Sorrel by Wool and Pines.
Oh, yeah.
It has that stitch going right here at the yoke.
I mean, did you see that?
Yes. That's what I was thinking about doing my next granny square in some of these colors.
So fun. Oh my gosh. So fun. I love this book.
On our weekend that Sandra and I did for planning for 2025, we were talking, you were explaining some of the dyeing that you do for the local craftery, and were explaining to me these different books that you use or can use to get color inspiration. And I heard some other YouTube people talking about this particular book. There's quite a few versions of volumes of this, and this one had the best recommendations. I don't know what volume. A dictionary of color combinations.
Oh, I love that.
So basically, if you have a color that you're wanting to match with, this will give you different options, whether you're just wanting 2 colors or later on in the book you can have like a 4-color palette.
Let's talk about that right there.
Right? Just gorgeous. So, and then of course all the colors are back here that you can help match you. But there's different volumes, like I said, of this particular book.
I love that too.
I just thought that this was, I've used this a few times trying to figure out what color to put next to what. And then of course we have Flo here at the store. She's one of our knitting friends, and she does watercolor. And I had this, everybody's probably familiar with this color wheel. I had this in my watercolor paint bucket, and when I saw that and she had mentioned it, I thought, I ought to use this in my yarn for picking out colors for things. But here you can do, it'll point to, you just rotate it. You can point to complementary and accents, and there's 4, if you want 4 colors or 3 colors, you just match it.
And Andrea Mowry has talked about her color wheel a lot when she talks about her designs. And she says that she will go across the color wheel and then over one, whichever way. Because it's just always kind of slightly off. You know what I mean? So she doesn't do the direct partner. She does the neighbor of the direct partner, which I find interesting.
So you mean if she were to pick a red, she would point it to red and then pick an orange or purple?
She would go down to green and then like to the teal.
And to the I
so
see
like
what
those
you're saying.
two.
Okay.
Which she does a lot, actually, the orange and the teal.
Yeah.
So cool. Color is one of the best things about our fiber world, right? It just...
Right. 100%. I've been so inspired because of this. Because the colors look different next to each other. Like there is
And I remember
gray.
when you started, you were like, it reminds me of like a child's Easter basket. And I was like, no, just keep going. And everybody disagreed with you.
They
which
did.
I'm
they
glad.
Did. I'm glad I kept going,
I
because
am
there was
too.
a point where I thought, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm happy with the way it came out. But like this is gray down here, but gray next to the mint and the purple looks almost violet or lavender, but it's the same gray that's at the edge.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I found it interesting how the color plays off the next color next to it. So
This is why paint colors in your house are like so important, because depending on whatever, it can change.
right.
I love that.
Yes. So tell me about your wannabe.
Okay, so I have no business casting on anything, but you get on Instagram and things pop up. And so this is a designer. Her Instagram name is Marita Clements. And I have loved her sweaters for years because they're always this color work, florally design. But I don't know what it was about this flower and this color combo. And I was like, I have to have that in my life. And it's so cute. And it reminds me of my little flower scissors.
It does.
Oh, let me get them out.
The scissors are adorable.
I was like,
Oh, you even have yellow.
Yes.
I didn't realize you had yellow. Oh, that's perfect.
I mean, how cute is that? So I'm thinking as we head into fall that I may get brave and cast this one on, because
that's a lot of color work.
it is a lot of
You
color
can
work.
do it though.
I could pay Elizabeth to do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Elizabeth. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I just loved it.
Beautiful.
I loved it. So fun. And I don't have any of the information because this is literally, I think she just said it was released today. So it's called the SOLBLOM. It's
Wonder what that means.
something flower or bloom. I would think bloom.
Okay.
So Blom sweater by Marita Clements. We'll post it
So pretty.
on the notes. But
Are you going to do it in yellow? That's
I
like
don't
a
want
happy
to.
yellow.
This, I mean, if you don't smile when you're looking at that,
right?
nothing's going to make you smile. That is just adorable.
It sure is.
Adorable. Adorable. So probably, because you know I
Yes.
fall in love with colors. All right.
Oh, well, I have a couple of wannabes.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so
Let's
these
talk about it.
these are both free patterns, and what I'm wanting to do is knit with the Fiesta yarn that Sandra is doing her ZickZack out of, and I'm wanting to do something that will, like hers, it shows off the fabric, and this is called the Spring Thing. And then I think you go back and you pick up the edging here and make some little tassels.
So cute.
I'm
The
leaning
tassels
towards
make
this one, but this would also be usable. Or you know how we have like sock sets? Wouldn't that be pretty to use one of the sock sets and then do the accent border around the edge? I think so.
What a great idea.
Yeah. And then of course this is a free pattern right here, which is a cowl. And I've been wanting to do this one for quite some time as well. So
Did you look at how many of these it would take to do that? Just out of curiosity.
I don't remember. Where does it say beginning decrease of seam? I may not have cut that out. I'll have to look.
Is that a Purl Soho pattern too?
It is,
Okay,
yes.
these are both Purl Sohos.
Yeah, this is
no.
called Candy
The other one is
Stripe
Espace Tricot.
Cowl, and this is Spring Thing. The Spring Thing uses 400 yards, and I think I bought 4 of those. So I have enough to do this with.
And we have, how many left? Three of these are left. I didn't order this for the shop because it was, I told you guys last week that I wanted to see how it goes first. Because it's definitely a different type of yarn. It's not your typical. It's 50 gram balls, 140 meters. So it would take a few of those for sure.
For this one.
Yeah.
Probably not as many for this one.
Right.
So
Yep.
those are my wannabes. So we'll see. That'll go on my pile of things to do. But we have something else to talk about. I saw underneath your wannabes.
Okay, so if you know me in my real life and not just on this life, I am probably one of the most introverted human beings in the world. And I know people find that hard to believe. I was a teacher for 20 years. I can absolutely stand in a room full of kids and show out and be crazy. And it's fun. But truly, truly, in my heart of hearts, I am an introvert, which an introvert, when they're around their people, can be extroverted, right? So when you're here with me, I'm with you. But the other part of that is I go home after a Wednesday and I'm like, you know, I'm just tired. It's not because it's bad or stressful. It's just a lot for an introvert. It might be a lot for extroverts. I don't know, but just personally. And I know we have a few other people that are probably a lot like me. So our Wednesday crews have gotten so large, which is a fantastic, and I don't even want to call it a problem. It's a fantastic situation to be in. It's not a problem. It gets pretty hopping in here, loud. Okay, we'll just say it. It gets loud. It gets a little rambunctious sometimes, which is great. I laugh. We laugh until we cry. It is so fun. But at the same time, every once in a while, I just need a minute to catch my breath and be introverted. So, because I know that there are other people that feel the same way I do, we have decided that we'll just kind of split the room on Wednesday nights. This is not, you're not in timeout. This is not a punishment. It's truly to help foster people's mental well-being and still be around people. So the living room is now going to be the talking zone. So just same old thing that we've always done, but then we're going to designate the table to be the quiet zone. So if you just need a minute, or you're counting stitches, or you just need to concentrate on a cable for a minute, whatever the case may be, the table is going to be the quiet zone. So don't come back here and start chatting, because those are the people that just need a minute. And you know, obviously you can flow back and forth, or you can park it at the table all night long and still be a part of the community, because it's just right over there. But also give yourself some breathing room. So we'll see how that works. We're going to try it tonight, see how it goes. But selfishly, it was for me. Selfishly, I'm just going to say it.
Count some stitches, huh?
Well, I'm going to fix maybe that ZickZack tonight at the table. But and you know, sometimes you also just need a table to sit at.
Yes,
like Alex
100%.
has had, you know, when she was beating that shawl.
Yeah.
Hey, Kamm. She needed a place to just sit everything down.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
We're gonna try it. If it sucks, then we'll just not do it. Go with the flow around here. But anyway, Wednesday's our favorite day.
Wednesday is today, and we have our knit and crochet make times. We have 2 different groups that come, and the first group is, we open at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And so they are here from 1 until 4. Or is it 1 to 3?
No, ma'am, 4.
It is 4?
Right. Yep.
Okay. And then the second group is 5 to 8, because we are open until 8 o'clock tonight. But our other store hours that we have is we're closed on Sunday and Monday. Tuesdays we are open 10 to 6, Wednesday 1 to 8, Thursday 10 to 6, Friday 10 to 5, Saturday 10 to 6. And let me encourage everybody, if you have not signed up for our newsletter, to please go and do so and read the blog that we have up on the website, because that's where you're going to find any of the latest up-to-date information.
I'm so excited about that.
We've got some fun things going on this weekend here at the shop, so you'll need to keep an eye out for that to hear more about it.
Something just floated across my brain.
Okay.
So sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
So for the month of April, since local yarn store day is April 26th, which is at the end of the month, we are going to have, I think, 6 or 7 giveaways again. Like those big, huge bags of tons of yarn.
Yes.
Sweet Knitting Fever was so generous with us that we saved some back for local yarn store day. So instead of only limiting it to a week like we did for the birthday, those prizes are going to be up by this weekend or Tuesday. They're going to be up. We will tell you guys about them. But every purchase over $25 you make the entire month of April will get you a ticket into the giveaway this time. So now you really stand like a big chance of getting tons of tickets into a giveaway if you're interested in that. And then we'll have our giveaway after local yarn store day.
Yay.
So
we'll go live
every day in April.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It
Sorry,
is great.
I just floated across my brain.
So that'll start April the 1st.
April 1st, which is that Tuesday?
So,
yeah.
I think it is. Oh my goodness. Time just flies by.
Tuesday. Did you hear that banking?
No.
Okay, that's her next door.
Oh my goodness, don't do that to me again. Ross is busy.
He is busy.
Okay.
But that's the scary part. We know it's not him this time, so.
That's true.
But it's her next door.
We're safe.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you guys come and see us today. We're open until 8 o'clock. And you have anything else you want to say?
I love you guys. Thank you for making our first year amazing. And I look forward to so many more years here. I won't heart. Yay!
Hearts to you all. Yes,
Time is just scooting. Yeah. It is almost April. Then we have Neon Night in May. Good day to you, Melissa. You enjoy Paris.
Yes, Melissa. Good day. Say hello to Aimee.
Love you,
if
Kyle.
You find Aimee. Bye, Kyle. Bye, Matt.
Yes,
bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you this afternoon. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.